Prosecutors in New York are having a tough time getting evidence against Donald Trump himself. So according to a new report from the Daily Beast this week, what these prosecutors are now trying to do is essentially pit two families from the Trump organization against one another. And no, neither of those families are the Trump families. Let me explain what's happening. You have the Calamari family and you have the Weisselberg family, both entrenched in the Trump organization, both figureheads, fathers, executives within the Trump organization. Obviously, Allen Weisselberg has already been indicted. We found out this week that Calamari is now a new target along with his son, Maddie Jr. So, the Daily Beast is reporting that what they're trying to get is Weisselberg to flip on Trump. So in order to get Weisselberg to flip on Trump, they have to get Calamari to give information about an associate of Weisselberg, somebody that was under Weisselberg. Let me see if I can find their name here. I'm sorry. It would be McConney is the last name. Jeffrey McConney. Okay. That was Weisselberg's assistant. So Weisselberg's up here. You got the Calamari head over here. You got Maddie Calamari Jr. over here. They're trying to get Maddie to give information about McConney, so that way they can use the information about McConney to get Weisselberg to protect McConney and flip on Trump. Does that sound confusing enough for you? Because it should, because wow, that's a lot of steps, but that's what they feel they have to do. Now, at the same time, the Daily Beast is reporting that Donald Trump is now out there essentially begging all of his employees to zip the lips. Do not cooperate. Do not give them this information. Do not talk. Do not flip. Do not squeal. And the reports have also basically said it is a mob-like code of silence. Nobody wants to flip on the other ones. But folks, if Trump is out there telling these employees, do not talk, well, first and foremost, that could be obstruction, that could be witness tampering, but most importantly, that really makes it look like you're guilty as hell. If you're having to tell people like, hey, don't tell them what you know, probably a good indication that they know something about you. Honestly, this story makes Trump look guilty as hell because he is out there telling people, hold the line, don't tell them anything. But I love the way the prosecutors are doing this, assuming obviously everything in this story is correct. I have no reason to doubt it, but that is a good prosecutorial strategy. Weisselberg's got the friend McConney. He doesn't want anything bad to happen to McConney. Prosecutors don't have anything on McConney, so they're over here at Calamari saying, hey, what do you have on this guy? Because if we can get something on this guy, then we can get this guy to flip to protect this guy. And then we get the big guy. Because at the end of the day, that's the big target. And that is another thing that this story tells us. That they're not just going after the small fishes, that they have not given up on Donald Trump. They want him. And they have reason to believe they can get him, but they cannot get him if they cannot get the other members of the organization to talk. That's the key. You got to have the witnesses. You got to have the intent. And that's what prosecutors are looking for at this point. Hopefully they find it. Hopefully Weisselberg wises up and realizes that the only way he can save his own behind is to send Trump down the river.